I just wanna see, I just wanna see the light. I just wanna see, I just wanna see the light. I just wanna see, I just wanna see the light. I just wanna see the light.
Hi guys, and welcome to another Tested Tuesday video. If you guys are new to my channel, I do these videos usually every week. I upload beauty videos on Tuesday, fashion videos Friday, and then a weekly vlog on Sundays. So be sure to subscribe so you're up to date with all my uploads and staying tuned and all that good stuff so you don't miss out on anything. And be sure to go follow me on Instagram if you want to see a little bit more behind the scenes of my life, because I always post Instagram stories. I'm really into that. Don't really use Snapchat, so if you want to stalk me, head over to Instagram. We're going to be playing around with the brand new Becca Light Chaser highlights, and I obviously didn't pick these up in every shade because your girl already has enough highlights. Didn't even need to buy these ones. Definitely don't need like 6 more. So I picked up the shades Topaz Flashes Gilt and the shade Rose Quartz Flashes Seashell. Alright, so these highlighters retail for $41 Canadian, that is. I'll insert the US comparison up on screen just because I live in Canada, so I'm used to paying more for things. So nice. And a normal sized Becca highlighter actually retails for $46. So if you guys are unaware, this is something that I wasn't sure of when I purchased the product, is that these highlighters are actually a lot smaller in size comparison to the regular Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector highlighters, which we all know and love. So just for a size comparison, I don't actually own a full-size Becca highlighting product. This is the size of the light chasers, and I actually have this Becca Jaclyn Hill highlighting trio holiday edition, I think it was. And just so you guys can see, these are like a trio, so they're obviously smaller. The light chaser one is only a slight bit bigger than the ones that come in the trio here, so definitely not the regular full size that some of you guys might be used to. The packaging on these is really nice. It's like this gold outside, silver inside, and you do get a mirror in here, which is a nice little added bonus because you can bring these in your bag and be good to go. I'm gonna swatch the 2 shades for you guys quickly so you can see what they look like in different lights. Then I'm gonna show you guys how it applies onto my face with a brush and how it looks on the skin and the reflectiveness and the prismaticness and all that good stuff. So if you guys are familiar with Becca highlighters, you already know how creamy and just flawlessly they apply to the face. So one of the first things that I realized with these highlighters is that they are a little bit more of a grittier texture. It's nothing too alarming and concerning, but the texture definitely is a little bit different, which is, you know, which is kind of expected because this isn't like the standard luminous Becca glow that you're getting. I've got Topaz swatched right here, and it comes off very, very green and then kind of reflects into like a nice champagne-y gold. So I feel like this color would be nicer if you had like a deeper skin tone. I feel like it would show up really, really nicely. And then we have the Rose Quartz shade, which is a very, very light highlight. I feel like this might even be better used as a blush topper, and to me this color isn't really reflecting too differently. Yeah, so the rose one is supposed to flash seashell, which I'm imagining is kind of like a pinkish blue, and to me it's just not really doing that much on my hand, but we're gonna see what it can do in the face. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Look at all my pimples! Yay! So what I'm gonna do is I have a clean highlighting brush here, which is rare because I feel like I never clean my highlighting brushes. But first we're gonna go into the lighter color, Rose Quartz, and I'm gonna apply that to the left side of my face on the high points of my cheeks. Ooh. So as you guys can see, it didn't really take much of this product to show up on the face. That's like a thing with Becca highlighters. They're pretty much known for being very easy to use and not using much product up. So that is definitely a bonus. And I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna flip my brush because I don't have 2 highlighting brushes. I'm gonna go in on the other side of my face and use the Topaz shade, so you guys can see how much product I'm getting. Whoa. So this one is showing up really, really nicely on camera, and it's a very unique shade because you definitely have that green in there that's pulling through, and then when I tilt my head down you kind of see more of the champagne. So green, champagne, green, champagne. could do this all day. So just so you guys can see for comparison, if you've never tried out a Becca highlighter before, I don't really feel like putting a colored highlight on my Cupid's bow, or I don't really highlight my nose. So just for the sake of today's video, I'm gonna go in with my finger and just tap that in Champagne Pop and highlight my Cupid's bow. And look how much product we need, barely none. Me personally, I'm enjoying the rose shade a little bit better because, as I said, I feel like this green shade is really, really pretty when it reflects like the champagne color. But when I put it onto my face initially, it's showing that green, like I'm looking in my mirror right here, and it's like a weird streak of green, and it doesn't look as creamy and as flawless as a lot of the Becca highlighters do. So for me, this shade is just a no-go. Might be fun for like a festival or something like that. I really do like the effect that it gives, but it's just looking a little bit patchy on my face, and the color is just a little bit too out there for me. So on the other side of my face, we have the rose shade, which I think is really pretty. It's more of like a wearable shade for my skin tone at least. I do have to say, I haven't worn the Topaz shade on my face before. I did swatch it before the video and I thought it was really cool. Couldn't stop staring at my hand all day, you know, classic. But the rose shade is really pretty, and I did actually wear it out the other night. And for me, once again, just wearing like a color this high on the top of my cheekbones just kind of made me look a little bit off. I generally like to stick to more like highlighty pearly shades that actually like lift this part of your face. I felt like when I was putting like a pinkish reddish almost blue shade, I kind of looked bruised, and it kind of made my face look a little bit more tired and droopy. So that's just something to keep in mind purchasing these products, because they are going to give off a very strong colorful glow, which if you're not used to, it could be a little bit challenging to work with, just because it's definitely not like an everyday type of highlight. Really like the Topaz one as an eyeshadow right over here. I feel like it just kind of brightens up my eyes because it's bringing out the green in my eyes. The rose one didn't really do that much for the eyes, but it did apply very nicely. So if you guys are looking at these for eyeshadow purposes, then I would say they look really nicely, go on really smoothly. But for me, paying $41 for one eyeshadow isn't really necessarily something I would like to do. There are wonderful palettes out there that you can purchase for less than this and get a much larger variety of colors. So that's just all personal preference, but you know. And as for longevity, because I know that's another common question, I wore this highlighter on my face the other day and it pretty much did not budge. But anyways guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you want to see more product reviews from me. Leave me your suggestions down below of what I should spend my money on next. And that's it for today guys. I will see you on the next one. Mwah! Ta-ta!